threat deemed greater to humanity than the specter of nuclear war. Why? Because it's easier to prevent a nuclear war than the portent of this global event. See, it only takes a few fingers to stop from reaching a few buttons to stop the nuclear war. And the nukes from coming in and changing your local temperature by 20 million degrees centigrade in a split second. But it takes, in contrast, a whole lot more effort to control the actions or the inactions of 7 billion people, whose actions can lead to the wiping out of habitats by just changing global temperatures 1 to 2 degrees in the next century. Tens of millions of people who are dwelling along the shores on 6 continents. Thank God Al Gore did not win the presidency. For who else would we have to rise to the occasion as climate's Paul Revere and ride to the hinterlands, spreading the alarm and picking up a few Nobel Prizes? Tonight we will explore the true nature of the recently discovered enemy of the people, the specter of warming. Perhaps you can recall this or a similarly chilling article, no pun intended. It was an extremely disturbing eyewitness account by an observer aboard a vessel that had traveled further north during the winter than any vessel had done in decades. The fact that he could even get that far north was disturbing in itself. His report detailed the breakup of pack ice endangering the lives of polar bears. Now, I know you've read this. He quoted North Atlantic temperatures in the ocean greater than anything in recorded history. He wrote at length about the number of icebergs that were transitioning in the ocean further south than any had ever been reported, and thereby endangering major elements of the transatlantic shipping. That's the last comment that caught my eye and my ear, because I said to myself, why is he so hung up over the threat to navigation? Because all ships have radar. My dilemma was instantly solved when I checked the date of the article. It was November 2nd, 1922. OMG, a Sputnik moment! I quickly reassured myself I'm far too young to be having deja vu. I wasn't there. But something was amiss here. This has apparently happened before and in the last century. And despite that dire report, I'm pleased to report to you tonight, Florida is still here, and it's not a dive site. You might wonder how academia has handled all of this, responding to a new theory proffered forth. In record time, it's exciting. Schools have engineered and implemented new curriculum, not only embracing the unquestionable fact of global warming itself, the theory, but its cause. And gracious, in the spirit of free thinking that always abounds on university campuses, they banned any science opposing this theory. Brings to mind the middle-aged scientists who dared to question well-established fact that the universe revolves around the flat Earth. They burned them. Well, 70% of the scientists say global warming is a fraud. And the data-tinkering revelations of ClimateGate, oh my, this could actually be self-fulfilling prophecy at work. Well, yes, but you say in the political scheme of things, and where there's a buck to be made, what place is there for scientific method in the classroom, much less the halls of Congress? Well, please understand this. Even if there is some warming, don't we have the right to question its origins? Well, let's see if it's unique. Man-made. Speaking of warming, you're going to love this. A few facts. Earth is roughly 93 million miles from the sun. Mars, 141 million. Jupiter, 5.2 times further away than we are. And Neptune, don't even go there, literally. 30 times further away from the sun than is the Earth. Now, why do I bring these things up? Because scientists recently discovered we have something else in common other than we circle the same star. And that is, all 4 planets are warming, boys and girls. Go figure. Well, either sci-fi aficionados are thrilled to death now, knowing that those straight lines on Mars, which were once believed to be man-made canals, they're not. They're interstates. Oh! Lord and Star-Lord. And the Martians are there, they live, and they're driving SUVs. They're driving SUVs on Mars, which is driving Al Gore on Earth nuts. If you're not ready to sign on to that one, then I got good news. Go home and remove your SUV from eBay. Because there's another cause of global warming other than CO2. Those of us with stellar backgrounds say it's sunspot cycles. Oh my! Acknowledging that might require Al to give back about $1 billion. That ain't going to happen. So despite these revelations, our government is attempting to enact legislation that will attack your personal liberties, invade your privacy, destroy your living standards and your pocketbook to a degree you've never experienced. If enacted, the proposed carbon tax will likely triple your utility bills and require a carbon credit exchange similar to our commodities exchange, which will be founded by none other than President Obama and his colleagues, who stand to make billions of dollars in the process. And in the end, you're going to love this, no or little or no impact on actual carbon emissions. Just some newfound bucks. In conclusion, hopefully I have revealed to you another side to this issue of global warming, raising serious doubts as to its validity, its cause, any real impact we could do other than writing our congressman and running for the school board to oppose it.